Welcome to Ellis Mowers and more. Today we got an Exmark Lazer Z zero turn in here. It is running and driving, but not charging the battery. We've got a few other things to do on it as well, including something with the blade, bolts, and things along those lines. So, got a little bit of work to do. Got to fix this spindle or something as well. We'll see what we end up getting ourselves into on this, but first I want to see if I can get this thing charging, and then we can go from there, because then I know that we can have it running reliably, and then we just work out the fine details. So I'll give you a quick look around this thing, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to get a quick look around this Lazer Z. It's got a bunch of hours on it, 1,400 and something, but still kicking, I suppose. Could be running better, but, you know, it is what it is. I think it's a 50, maybe a 52 inch. But we'll cross any other bridges when we get there. But what we're going to do is change this voltage regulator out now. So all it is a couple of 8mm. It's not charging the battery, and I figured that just for cheap insurance, I'll just change this thing out and see if we can get it to go. So I always need voltage regulators, so this take a couple minutes and change it out. You can do like a little amperage test on these as well, or AC voltage test, excuse me, and see how this works and manages. He did say that they swapped it out with what they believed was a good used one, but you never know sometimes. So we'll pop this in, and sometimes these Kohlers are weird to where they will not, something breaks in the wire, like a diode or something, and they just stop charging altogether. So sometimes I just wire them straight up to the battery with the B+ there. So hopefully it's just, like I said, just a voltage regulator problem. This man was cutting with a car battery sitting on with jumper cables sitting on the footstool for most of the season last year. So yeah, I'll get these bolts on. I plugged it back in. This is like a little ground terminal right here, so make sure you have that on if you have this set up. I'm going to put a battery in it, and we're going to see if it charges, and if it does, then that's good. Then we'll move on to a few other things. Alright, y'all, put a battery in this thing, and then also what I did, I don't know the whole Kohler schematic here. I don't know if there's like a diode or something that comes out of the output of the battery, but whenever it's not charging, I've done this to a couple of these Kohlers, I just go the output of the battery straight to the battery here. And obviously I can put a fuse link in here if I need to, but it gets 14 volts. You want to test the AC over here before you do this. For running, it should be, AC volts should be around 30. It could be in the 20s, it could be in the 30s. It depends on engine speed. But yeah, I can show you. Actually, I need to put oil in this, so I'm going to change the oil, and then I'll crank it up and show you that it's running like it's supposed to. And then we'll go forward with some other stuff. So this tire, excuse me, was pretty done. He brought me a spindle off of a Hustler, which is obviously not going to fit on this, but I was able to get the tire to fit and work on it. So with some spacers and bushings and stuff. So we've got that tire on there, and like I said, we got it charging, but I have desperately got to change the oil in this because there's not really any oil in it. And so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that, and then I'll run it for y'all. We'll drive it around, and then we'll inspect the blades to see what I need to do in order to get that right. And then after that, we might be okay. This left rear has a little bit of a leak to it, so I may throw a little ATF in the tire, But yeah, we're getting pretty close, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of this. Alright, so I think we're in decent shape. Let me show you. So I'm going to recommend that he buys some of these spindle bolts, because this one's the one that came on it. And I had to cut off the little washer just in order to get this off here. Came off pretty easily, thankfully. And he gave me one that I was able to put on because he had an old blade, but the head on it is almost gone too. I got it tightened up to where it's not loose right now, but I'm afraid that I don't know if it's going to stay that way, you know. So I'm going to recommend that he buys some bolts for this to hold the blades on. Some new ones, put new ones all around, and start the process. But I believe I've got everything like it needs to be in terms of the basics, like charging and running and things along those lines. So I'm hoping, like I said, I think I'm going to put, was it the left rear that had a slow leak in it? A little ATF in the left rear. And hopefully that's all this needs to get back going again. I'm hoping. So that would be nice. But yeah, we caught this thing right on the edge, I think. So I'm glad it came in when it did. But I am going to run this a little bit, make sure the blade doesn't loosen up on us, and roll with it there. So I got the battery on the charger. I may swap and put the old voltage regulator back on it, because I kind of do want to see if the regulator was bad also, or if it was just the charging wire that had gone bad. But yeah, I think we're about done with this, hopefully, and I'll get it down, and like I said, I may swap out the old voltage regulator, check on the battery that was in it. That battery looked pretty old, so I think it's probably about done, and we'll keep the new battery in, and maybe be done with this thing, hopefully. Alright, old regulator in. I'm just glad that it's hopefully fixed with the blades and everything. bolts. I think it needs an air filter too. Just want to check. What did I say? Left rear, a little bit of ATF in the left rear so it doesn't go flat. Oh gosh, yeah, we need to throw an air filter on this thing. Bad. Wow. Look at this. That's pretty bad. Probably gonna throw one on it for him. But as y'all heard, the blades seemed fine. Everything seemed to be good with that. So let me throw an air filter in this, put some ATF in the left rear. Again, I just need to take the valve stem off, put a funnel with a fuel line attachment to it, and then push the tire down, pour ATF in the funnel, and let it release about 12 ounces or so, and that should fix whatever leak this tire has, hopefully. And then hopefully I'll check this down here one more time, but hopefully we'll be in business. Alright guys, so is this perfect? No, but it works. I was able to use everything that was provided by the customer to get this back going again, which is good. I'm just going to double check to make sure that this blade is... Yep, that blade's staying on. The blades are nice and quiet when it's running, so that's a good thing. And y'all just saw it work, so that's good. Yeah, fixed the left rear tire like I showed y'all. I've already shown y'all that it runs, drives, cuts, and does what it needs. So again, this is not the best way to fix this, but every time I've done it, it charges the battery like it's supposed to, and you have to have that, absolutely have to have that on these setups right here where you have the electric PTOs and stuff. Otherwise it'll just suck the battery dry real quick. So hopefully he's back in business and ready to roll. But yeah, so not a lot to do. Luckily this was a little bit easier than what I thought it was going to be in terms of getting everything back together. Y'all see that I am extremely busy. I've got 2 getting picked up that I did services on, and a couple of other things, and this one, and if you see down the driveway there, I have just a ton of stuff that's just been dropped off recently. So, got to get all of this taken care of. But yeah, so there we go. So, this is it. I'm done with the Lazer Z. So, battery. The old battery might be good. I got it on the charger. We'll see what it does by the end of the day. I'll call the customer tomorrow to come pick this up and fix that left side blade. I'll recommend that he gets some new blade bolts. It must just be a poor design from Exmark to do that, where they just wear off. It may just be a little bit too thin of a metal. And fix the charging situation on it. Oil change, air filter, and ATF in the left rear. So that's good. Hour meter says 1,700 hours on this thing. So if it truly has that many hours, that's pretty good. People ask me if they get a 0 turn, what to get. I usually tell them, if you don't have the money for a John Deere, go get a Toro or an Exmark. And I've seen many of these things with 1,000+ hours still cruising along. So thank y'all again very much. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. We got a lot more repairs coming down the line here in the future. And as the weather warms up, we'll stay busy, and I'll catch y'all on the next video.